What do you do when love turns bitter, hope turns cold, and the past refuses to stay buried? For Adi and Ogonna, the answers came at a heavy price, where curses, betrayal, and hidden truths tested the bonds of love beyond their breaking point. Adi and Ogonna's wedding was the event of the year. Both families rejoiced, and blessings rained down upon the couple. Ogonna believed she had married the man of her dreams, and Adi seemed just as smitten. But 2 days after their wedding, the glow of celebration dimmed. As they opened their gifts together, Ogonna noticed a card tucked into an envelope. The pink cover of the envelope reads, "I am missing you." Confused, she opened it. The words inside the card hit her like a storm. "Adi, my heart beats for you. I know I should let go, but how can I, when every part of me still remembers what we had? I never stopped loving you, even when you stopped loving me. How I wish things had been different. Your love was the air I breathed, and now I suffocate in its absence. I am forever yours, Ijeoma." Ogonna's hands trembled as she read it aloud. Her voice cracked at the final words. "Who is this, Ade?" she asked. He avoided her gaze. "It's from Ijeoma." "Who is she?" "Ijeoma was my ex. I loved her, but her mother kept interfering. I couldn't take it anymore," he lied. Ogonna's chest tightened. The words weren't just about the expressed love, but they were laced with raw pain. 3 years passed without a child. The doctors insisted that both Adi and Ogonna were fine. Yet the empty crowd haunted their home. "Ogonna," Adi whispered one night, "do you think someone caused us?" She turned to him startled. "Caused us? Why would you think that?" "Because it doesn't make sense. Everything seems fine, yet no child. Do you think someone is responsible?" Ogonna frowned. "Have you wronged anyone, Adi? Think carefully." "No, I have no enemy." But the doubt lingered. 7 years into their marriage, another card arrived. This time, more mocking. "You wanted perfection, didn't you? How's that going to be for you?" Ogonna confronted Adi again. "Is this from Ijeoma?" "I don't know," he snapped, brushing her off. Adi's desperation drove him into infidelity. The air was thick with unease as Ogonna sat quietly in the corner of her matrimonial home, her heart heavy with humiliation. Years had passed, but the whispers of her barrenness grew louder with every family gathering. Adi, her once loving husband, had changed. The warmth in his eyes had been replaced with cold indifference, and his family's snide remarks now pierced her soul like daggers. Adi's mother, Mama Adobe, was relentless in her disapproval. "What use is a wife who cannot bear fruit?" she would say, her voice laced with disdain. Her sisters mocked Ogonna openly, urging Adi to find a real woman who could give him children. One day, Adi returned to accuse Ogonna. "You are the problem," he sputtered. "I have a child now. I have a boy. You are the one barren." Ogonna's heart shattered, but the worst was yet to come. Adi's family, emboldened by the new child, openly mocked her. "You have brought nothing to this family, Ogonna," Adi's sister sneered during a gathering. "Now Adi has a son to carry his name. Maybe it's time you step aside." Ogonna endured in silence. She even attended the boy's lavish first birthday party, where she was treated as an outcast. The humiliation peaked when Adi invited the mother of his supposed son to live in their home during Christmas, claiming a mother knows how best to care for her child. Ogonna knew she was being edged out, but Ogonna wasn't barren by nature. Unknown to her, Adi's ex-lover Ijeoma and her mother, Mama Ijeoma, had caused their union. Years earlier, Ijeoma had fallen deeply in love with Adi, believing they were destined to marry. Adi had promised her the world, but when she became pregnant, he demanded an abortion. "We are not ready for this," he told her, his voice soft but firm. Ijeoma, blinded by love, obeyed, only to discover later that the procedure had left her unable to conceive. Heartbroken and betrayed, she confided in her mother, who swore vengeance. "No other woman will carry his child," Mama Ijeoma declared, performing a ritual that bound Adi to Ijeoma's barren fate. After years of enduring humiliation, Ogonna finally left Adi's house. She returned to her parents, where she found solace and began to rebuild her life. Fate seems to smile upon her when she met Ugo, a wealthy man who had just returned from abroad. Ugo was captivated by her grace and humility, and within months he proposed. Their union was blessed with joy, and soon Ogonna was pregnant. Meanwhile, back in Adi's household, the cracks began to show. The woman he had brought into his home as the mother of his supposed son revealed her true intentions. One morning, a sharply dressed man arrived at Adi's door, introducing himself as her fiancé and the boy's biological father. "I have come to take my family with me," he announced confidently. Adi watched in stunned silence as the woman he had trusted hugged the man tightly and giving him kisses repeatedly, her eyes shining with happiness. The boy clung to his father. She packed their belongings and left Adi utterly alone. The humiliation he had subjected Ogonna to now burned in his heart like fire. While Ogonna thrived in her new life, Ijeoma languished in sorrow. She turned down suitor after suitor, her love for Adi unshaken despite his betrayal. Deep down, she knew the curse her mother had laid upon him still bound their fates together. "It is you or no one else," Mami Ijeoma had vowed, reinforcing the spell every time Adi tried to move on. Years passed, and Adi's attempt to find love again ended in failure. The woman he courted would mercilessly leave him, their affections turning cold overnight. Desperate, he finally sought out Ijeoma, who had resigned herself to a lonely life. "Ijeoma," he pleaded, "we have both suffered enough. Let us end this pain together." Ijeoma, yet deeply in love, agreed, but their marriage was far from blissful. Both haunted by their past decision for abortion, they spent their days in quiet despair. The curse Mama Ijeoma had cast was lifted, but the couple remained childless all their lives. Years later, Ogonna and Ugo visited the village with their 3 children, radiating happiness and success. When Adi saw her, a wave of regret consumed him. He realized he had destroyed his chance at a meaningful life through pride and poor decisions. Ijeoma, sitting silently beside him, noticed the longing in his eyes as he watched Ogonna play with her children. Though she had won Adi in the end, she knew it was a horror victory. Love, once pure, had been tarnished by bitterness and pain, leaving nothing but silent regrets. The story delves deep into the cost of not accepting responsibility, betrayal, pride, and unspeakable bonds of love. It serves as a powerful reminder that every decision made has consequences and can lead to lifelong suffering. The lessons: 1. Try to accept responsibility for your decisions. Adi demanded for abortion when he would have accepted the responsibility. 2. Think before taking decisions. Think about the consequences before taking decisions. 3. In your journey of life, try your best not to step on toes. 4. Avoid wrong decisions. Be intentional not to take wrong decisions in this journey of life because it has grievous consequences. Please do well to share this video with all the young adults around you. Ensure to subscribe to this channel for more interesting and educative stories like this.